Good. So I would like to introduce Mark Shepherd, who's the chair of our association. Mark.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this amazing facility. On the behalf of the UK and Ireland Spill Association, I'm delighted to welcome you to this conference. The board agreed this conference back in February this year, and I'd like to thank Oil Recovery and Remediation, and of course, SureClean, my company, for agreeing to become silver sponsors for this event. UK and Ireland Spill Association is the national trade body for companies, organisations and individuals involved in spill incident management. It has over 100 members, companies who are spill and incident responders, consultants, product manufacturers and client organisations, including those that store, distribute oils and chemicals, insurers, brokers, loss adjusters, working in the industry in the United Kingdom, Republic of Ireland and internationally. So quite a lot of companies involved. Of these 100 members, 70 are actively involved in spill and incident response in the UK and Republic of Ireland and are accredited members of ISAS, the International Spill Accreditation Scheme. They're accredited in their areas of particular competency: spill responders, inland surface water, remediation of spills affecting groundwater, remediation of spills affecting soils and property, road tanker rollover, hazmat responders, chemical responders and marine responders, and spill consultancy. To improve the value of our propositions to our members, we have established 7 working groups, ensuring the future, for example, ensuring future risk, employment opportunities, insurance working group, lobby working groups, marine manufacturers and plastic working groups, and PFAS. These enable members to direct the energy of the association to delivering a return on investment for the membership fees. Interests are promoted, but also that regulators can access a body of knowledge with our membership to improve regulations, to issue best practice guidance, and to communicate work the association does through webinars, meetings, and conferences such as this one. This event is being run over 2 days. Day 1 by our marine manufacturers working group, and day 2 by our plastics pollution working group. Apart from promoting members' philosophies of the association is to, apart from promoting members, the philosophy of the working group of the association is to share our knowledge in an open and accessible way. This is what we hope to do over the next 2 days, with issues that are prominent in our industry now and in the future. I would also like to thank the speakers that are here today, the exhibitors, and of course yourselves for turning up. And without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Mark, who's going to do some HSE.
Right, I'm going to do airline stuff, so expect me to wave my arms and point to where the exits are and all the rest of it. So welcome to National Oceanography Centre. It's part of the University of Southampton. This is a jewel in one of the UK's research crown. It is a fantastic centre, and across our industry and across the world will be graduates from this Centre of Excellence. So it's a fantastic place to be. It's a privilege to be here and to be using their facilities, and we will see some of those later on. Its vision is to be seen as the world's most innovative oceanographic institution. Its mission is to make sense of changing seas upon which future prosperity and well-being depends. Its purpose is to gain deeper knowledge of the ocean to help every living thing on our planet flourish. Whilst here, please respect it is a research environment, but it's also enjoy the hum of academic activity and academic energy through the students which are here. We want your time here to be enjoyable and stress-free. So if you have any questions about anything whatsoever, any admin issues or things like that, talk to me or talk to Janet, who's at the back. Health and safety things. Fire alarms, there are none scheduled today. So if there is one, it is real. And what our muster point from here is basically you go out through the exit and we all muster in the car park, which is behind, just to the right as you come out of the entrance, and it's just in the car park to the rear. Lots of people will be here to guide you in that direction. When you're down in the exhibition area, there is a different muster point. We go out through where the cafeteria is to the exits, which are down there, and we muster in a car park, which is to the rear of the cafeteria. But as I say, none are scheduled. So if there is one, it's probably real. In the theatre, obviously, we've got these, follow these signs. Any illness, there are a lot of trained first aiders, and there's people with defibrillators and things like that. Probably not applicable. Looking at the audience, the only two people it might really apply to is probably Robert and me. We're of an age, we've reached a certain age. But anyway, if you are feeling at all unwell, there are plenty of first aiders and people like that here, and we can access them. Just come and talk to Janet, and I can take you down to where their first aid station is. Toilets, you may well already have found the toilets, but if you do need them, if you go towards the exhibition centre, once you've gone through the barriers with these, and to get through the barriers, well, you've obviously got in there and you've got out, you've got to wear these things all the time. If for some reason tomorrow you forget them, just let Janet know and we can get some more from reception. But basically, you need one of these to get everywhere, and it maps your movement through the centre. So toilets are down towards the exhibition centre. The ladies are on the left and the gents are on the right. So that should be straight area. Why are we here? Right. We've been trying to put this conference on for 40 years, and but then COVID got in the way. But we're now here, and we're able to, we're able to cook on gas together and collaborate. The reason we're here is two issues. The increasing adoption of less polluting fuels is actively being encouraged by the International Maritime Organization in their drive to decarbonize shipping by 2050. Now, a consequence of that is that responders are dealing with pollution from existing spills, at the same time involving existing hydrocarbon products, and they're being challenged to also prepare to respond to emerging fuels. And so today, what we want to look at is some of that. We want to look at information gathering. We want to look at stakeholder management in spill response, because everyone who's got an iPhone is now an expert, but I'll talk more on that briefly. So we're challenged, and we need to rise to that challenge. Last October, we had a fantastic conference here called ITAC, which Rob organized, and we're very grateful for that. And that had a session in the afternoon which said, look, which was a bit like a panel session. We're going to have a similar panel session here. But from that, October last year, diddly squat has happened. Anyway, so what we've agreed to do as an association through the Marine and Manufacturers Working Group, and with the support of the board, is to start doing our own, getting our act together and forming our own working group, which will be another one of our working groups, which focuses on this. And we hope that what we can achieve today is the kickoff of a brand new working group, which works collaboratively together in the way that we have with our other groups to make things happen. And today we'll end up at the end of the day with a load of things which are don't knows. And in 3 months' time, we'll work on the don't knows. And in 3 months' time, there'll be some more don't knows, but there'll be some things that we've got answers to. And over the next 6 months, we'll work hard through meetings to actually reduce the number of don't knows to yes, we do know. And then the plan is in the autumn of this year is to have a desktop exercise using an anonymous country and an anonymous port, and to virtually walk through 3 different types of incidents so that we can, firstly, we won't be using Southampton. It's okay if you live in Southampton, we're not going to do it in Southampton. We're going to do it in, I don't know, we'll Umi Goomy land somewhere, and we'll have another port which is called, I don't know, Two Rivers or something like that. And we'll do the simulate there. So nobody can get hold and think we're just wiping out Felixstowe. Anyway, so the idea is to work collaboratively together so that by the end of this year, we can say that if there is an incident, we at least have all worked together and we've evolved something. And then we'll develop it as we go further. Because emerging fuels are arriving faster than we have been prepared for. That's great, because we're reducing the emissions going into the atmosphere, which is good. Then the other thing we're going to do tomorrow is talk about plastics. Our plastics pollution working group, which has membership from across the industry and in a sense internationally, is really trying to tackle to produce ideas and solutions so that we can respond as responders in the most efficient way possible to plastic pollution. But at the same time, to raise awareness of what good looks like, what best practice is, so that people can access the information that we have on our website and learn from what we believe as a collaborative group is the best way of responding. And all the members, and there are many members of the group, have all contributed to what we hope will become a sort of best practice guide, and initially through our responders guide. And many of you would have attended the webinars that we've held about the different goals that we set ourselves. And what we are going to try to redo tomorrow is to reset and drive forward with new goals for the rest of 2024 and 2025, so that we turn our attention to what are, now that we've accomplished most of our initial goals, we'll then accomplish, we'll set our goals for the future. So this event is not about the platform talking to you. It's about collaboratively working together and using the talent and knowledge which sits within this room. And there are more people still to arrive, so the room will fill up, and work and evolving what we do. Confident that when we do design solutions, we manage risk, we provide world-class support to our customers, and importantly, we support the environment on which we all depend. So we haven't got a lot to do over 2 days, and it isn't just a question of sitting there and being talked at. We want we want your input to what we're doing. And what we're doing this afternoon, the panel session, will be very interactive. But first, what I'd like to do is to introduce Dr. Vanya De Stefani, the Chief Executive Officer of